Statistically and relative to the quality of team they drove for, Danica Patrick is one of the worst drivers in the history of the NASCAR Cup Series. Between 2012 and 2018, she started 191 series races, but only finished on the lead lap in 73 events and finished in the top 10 7 times. From 2013 to 2017, she drove full-time for Stewart-Haas Racing, a team that won 22 races in the 2014 Series Championship in that time frame. However, Patrick was a decent racing driver in IndyCar Series. There, she competed from 2005 to 2011 and again in 2018. Patrick finished in the top 10 in 6 of the 7 seasons she was a regular competitor, topped by being ranked in 5th place in 2009. Additionally, at the Indianapolis 500, Patrick finished in the top 10 in 6 of her 8 starts, with a best finish of 3rd, also in 2009. Furthermore, Patrick won at Voti in 2008 and finished in the top 3 in 6 other events. Concurrent to her IndyCar activities, Patrick competed part-time in the second-tier NASCAR Sportsman Series in 2010 and 2011. Out of a combined 25 starts, she finished on the lead lap in just 6 of them, though 3 of these were top 10 finishes, all coming in 2011. It appeared that Patrick was going to improve in NASCAR in 2012, when she would compete full-time in the Sportsman Series and part-time in the Cup Series. Instead, Patrick seemingly regressed in the former league. In the first 21 races of the season, she had just one top 10 finish, that being 8th place at Texas, and was in 11th position in the championship. The 22nd race was at Montreal. For it, Patrick qualified in 4th place and would have her best chance to win a NASCAR race.
You see that Danica Patrick has gotten around Cole Witt, so moved the 7 car into the 4th position, and right behind Witt is the 18 of McDowell. He's putting pressure on.
I'm telling you that this is the first time, and I wasn't at Road America, but this is the first time that I felt really optimistic about Danica Patrick's chances of winning a race. She was fast at Daytona, but you need a partner at Daytona to win a race. You don't need anybody here, but good sense, good judgment. She's good at this track because you have to slow down the entry. She never really charges the entry of the corners, so this plays into her strength.
Well, let's also update you because while all this was going on, Danica Patrick has moved into 2nd place. She has gotten around Sam Hornish. Now, she is still 4.7 seconds behind race leader Jacques Villeneuve, but Danica on her way right now in the early goings to her career best.
I was so impressed with her composure yesterday. You and I were talking with Elliott Sadler. She came into the lounge. Elliott had given me the shifting points all around the course, and Danica says, no, actually, you should stay in 2nd here, and you should try to grab 1st here. I said, there you go, Elliott. You just gained 0.4 of a second.
Shannon, give us an update on the 7, please.
Well, after that qualifying effort of Danica Patrick, she said, you know, I thought the car was going to be a little bit faster. Well, it's fast right now. She told her crew chief Tony Jr. it's just a little bit tight.
Danica Patrick has surrendered her position as she is coming down pit road, and we'll send it to Shannon Spade.
Danica Patrick making her way down pit road. Her guys are on the wall. They've called for a 4-tire pit stop, and despite just being a little bit tight, they're not going to make any changes on that 7 car. What a great run it's been for her today, and what a great weekend as she had her best Montreal and a career best road course start here. She rolled off 4th earlier this afternoon, but 4 tires is going to be the call for Danica Patrick.
Moments after Patrick pitted, the race had its first caution period due to Dexter Stacy spinning. Several of the leaders would make pit stops themselves during this time.
Guess who's taken over the race lead? You're looking at her, Danica Patrick. She's our 3rd different leader today. Danica has taken driver's right as the race leader. That's Ron Fellows right alongside her. Then there's row 2 with Allgaier and Cole Witt. And then back in row number 3, Elliott Sadler and Kyle Busch in the 54. Yes, Busch, who started in the back, is in the 3rd row. Here we go.
Taking driver's right is great as long as you can clear the car to your inside before you get to turn 1.
And she does. And look at everybody else.
Patrick kept the lead on the 23rd lap when there was a caution period for Timmy Hill stalling.
Back here at the Napa Auto Parts 200, we're getting ready to go to green flag racing again. Danica Patrick, driver's right as the race leader alongside Ron Fellows. Then it's Justin Allgaier, Kyle Busch now into 4th, Andrew Ranger and Jacques Villeneuve, 5th and 6th. 7th and 8th is Sam Hornish Jr. and Brian Scott. McDowell and Brendan Gaughan round out the top 10. They come slowly down the front straightaway. Danica gasses it, and we're green.
Justin Allgaier is going to make it really interesting getting into turn 2. Nearly gets to the bumper of Danica.
And he manages to get ahead of Ron Fellows and takes over the position. And again, everybody makes it through turns 1 and 2.
Well, Marty, Danica Patrick took the lead around lap 25. And right now she is telling Tony Eury Jr., her crew chief, that the car feels very good. They're telling her just to focus on her race, run her line. She did come down pit road on lap 19 for 4 tires. So it looks like right now the plan is to make it a 2-stop race. Rick?
While Ron Fellows and Jacques Villeneuve were challenging Patrick for the lead, there was another caution for Stacy crashing after having a tire failure.
Danica again has taken the right side. They come down the front straightaway. Green flag is in the starter's hand. She's inside the zone.
She's crowding him a little too. She's a little offline. Gets a great restart. Really good in second. Strong in third.
That's 3 good restarts in a row for her. Hornish trying to take advantage, staying right up underneath his teammate there in the 22.
Got to give credit where credit's due. Danica's done a great job executing these restarts.
I'm sorry, they were talking to me in the truck because somebody threw something on the track right before the restart.
Yeah.
And I apologize for not listening because watch this now, folks. We did not see this originally. Our crew in the truck picked this up. That is someone's shoe. And then here comes Danica. And bam, drop kicks it. And here's Danica's radio.
That I hit. Okay.
See that? Window gets open because she carried too much speed into the corner.
She was able to hold on to the spot, though, and it looks like there's no serious damage.
Something's wrong with my steering.
Yeah, she is becoming preoccupied with things. And if you get in a situation like this, probably the best coaching you can give her is to settle in, surrender the lead, let Jacques go.
You heard her say something is wrong with my steering, although so far she's able to hold on to the top spot.
Are wheels coming loose?
We'll just have to hang with it if you can. Feel like it's vibrating in the steering wheel?
No, like it's wandering.
Okay.
I'm right hand down.
Listen to the Canadian crowd.
Yeah. He's still got to get off the corner. But the bottom line is that the tires are wearing, the brakes are wearing, and the car is going to fade. And Danica needs coaching here, regardless of what's wrong with the car potentially. She needs to be coached right here. Exactly. Surrender the lead and get back into a rhythm.
So Jacques Villeneuve is going to make the hometown fans very happy here. He comes across the finish line this lap and will retake the lead.
This is a really tough. This is a tough place for Danica. She's the potential to make a mistake in the next lap or two is exaggerated because of all the problems she's having inside the cockpit.
She's got Billy Johnson all over there with the 60, and here comes Tagliani. You're on board with him.
The hardest part of the racetrack down here through the S's, a blind right-hander.
And Tags gets around to take over that position. So now it is Jacques in first, then Danica, then Alex, Billy Johnson, and then Sam Hornish Jr. That was the 7
I'm getting
radio.
sideways when I break into one.
Getting sideways because she pitted. She pitted longer ago than anyone else. So listen, these tires are getting worn. Not only do you lose forward grip, forward bite, but you lose the ability to brake as your tires wear.
Well, the magic number for all these drivers was lap 52. We have completed 41. Here comes Tagliani taking a peek underneath. Not able to get it done. What he doesn't know is that she's going to be pitting this time.
I think it's a really smart call by Tony Eury Jr. They need her to come down pit road, regain her composure. And I think when she leaves with 4 new tires, I think the car is going to be better. Now she's not pitting.
Well, she did not pit. Maybe she did not hear the call the way we heard it. Well, Danica Patrick, the last few laps have been very eventful. Look at this. This was a shoe hurled onto the track by, I don't want to even call that a fan. And then Danica hits it. It goes up underneath the car. And now, as we come back live, we have caution on the racetrack. She has dropped from first to second. And we are
full
told...
first caution here. Shut it off, safe.
We're being told there's debris out on the track.
Yeah, I think Danica just swerved to miss it. This is an outstanding break for Danica under the circumstances.
Now, we were talking about how eventful the laps have been. The shoe wasn't the last of it. While we were in commercial break, let's go back and show you what happened here. And you think this might be a bracket that held some of the weight into the car?
Yeah, so we'll hear Tony Eury Jr. comment about the tungsten rattling in the car. This is a bracket. Yeah, I think it's a cover. I think it's a cover, but it doesn't hold the ballast in the car. I don't think that she has an issue. Only, you know, every car I've ever driven had the rattle from tungsten. And when you're on a road course, remember, you're braking 14 times a lap. So that lead, tungsten, is being thrown back and forth.
During the caution time, Patrick pitted, but her team did not do much work to repair the car, so she only lost one position. Soon afterwards, Patrick's team made more extensive repairs, dropping them to 30th place, though she was still on the lead lap.
Whoa, and the 7 car still looking like it's got issues.
It has no drive. It's got a little drive and then it just slaps. There's nothing there.
Shannon?
Okay.
Well, we'll check in with Shannon in just a few moments and get an update on what is happening on Danica. But boy, what started out to be just a spectacular run for her is turning into a major disappointment.
Yeah, so with the U-bolt loose, and depending on how many laps it was loose, it could have taken the threads off. When they went to tighten the U-bolt, it wouldn't tighten. Still loose, getting worse. That's what it appears to be.
As you can see, she is slow through this field. She has dropped already several positions, shown in 23rd. And
see Danica Patrick now hitting pit road again, and this one is going to take a while. She's going behind the wall.
so Danica, who led a total of 20 laps, is now behind the wall in what has to be a major disappointment again, especially after what happened to her last week in lap number 1.
Well, I did hear Tony Jr. tell Danica over the radio it was a broken left rear axle. She is in the car. Window net is up. Tony Jr. told Danica, we're going to try to get this thing fixed up. We're going to try to get you back out on the track, but we might not be able to do it before the end of the race. But you see her sitting inside that car, and the guys are hard at work.
She's shown in 30th place right now after leading a total of 20 laps today. And take a look at her finishes after leading a lap. 13th and 10th, the two best.
That's a tough pill to swallow, but that is not a reflection of how well she's run at times, including today. One of the few drivers that I thought could match Jacques Villeneuve today, and a mechanical issue catches up with her.
Let's also point out there's Danica Patrick as they have made the repairs on the car, and she is coming back out onto the racetrack. She will be shown, I believe, 5 laps down in 30th position. And she gets a round of applause from the fans.
After Patrick returned to the race, she was involved in a crash with 10 laps remaining. In a race where 15 of the 43 starters retired, Patrick finished in 27th position, 6 laps down. She led for 20 of 81 laps, the second most behind Villeneuve. The race was realistically the closest Patrick came to winning a NASCAR event, but a shoe literally caused her to lose. Patrick would finish in the top 10 in 3 of the remaining 11 races and improved to be ranked 10th in the final standings. Despite this, Patrick would only enter 3 more Sportsman Series races, all in 2013 and 2014. Perhaps Patrick would have had more success in the Cup Series if she did more events in the Sportsman Series, and maybe if Patrick won at Montreal in 2012, she would have done better in NASCAR later.